I want to thank everybody for coming. And, without you, I couldn't do this because I really couldn't talk to a blank screen. And everyone that gets the benefit of watching this, they have you to thank for that. And so let's get started with what we got going tonight. And it should be fun. It's the final stretch. Everybody enjoyed the challenge, yes?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, I have too. This has been just like really fun from the very beginning. You can weigh out up until 3 o'clock in the morning, actually on the 31st, right? The 31st, right. It's 12 o'clock our time 12 o'clock California time on the 30th. That's the last time you can weigh in.
So Eastern time, 3 o'clock is when you can, the latest.
Exactly. And the same thing is true when you're getting points. If you've gotten home late or something and you think, oh, it's over with at midnight. No, you got an extra 3 hours. So I thought it would be fun. Let's go here and go into the beginning. I thought it would be fun to go down memory lane. The challenge started off with 2 new people, Jessica and Tide Song, and they've been very active inside the room. And Jessica has actually signed up with us in September. So that's kind of nice, to have visitors.
That's great.
Feel welcomed. I mean, I think everybody in the room can take credit for that. And I think it's really, how many of us would go to another coach's room if our coach wasn't opening a room? So I find that to be very proactive on their part. And I thank all of you guys for taking them in. Things got easier in this challenge. We've gone from the 2 pictures to just the 1 picture. Everybody found that easier?
Oh, yeah.
I like that too. Carol Adelman, I am halfway to my goal. Look forward to the day I can say I made it. That was our first post in our challenge. So yeah, that was a good one to remember. And then Marcia did that great piece on body brushing. Yeah. I like that. Tide Song, hi, I was led here by her coach. And Carrie came back. Stephanie, this is her first time in the challenge. They all seem to have really embraced it. It's not perfection. That's one of the things that I love in our room. People don't, they speak honest, they speak true. And if they haven't done something, then they're the first ones to tell us. And we're the first ones actually to really understand that. And I traveled a lot in this month. We all know that. You didn't even know where the Zoom was going to come back from time. No. I really felt bad for people who had not been in a Zoom before when they saw me struggling. In Georgia, that night that I got on at the last minute, these people that were visiting knew I needed to be home at 7. And I don't know what they were thinking. They took too long, and I'm running in the house right at 7:30. But we got it done. Katie went to Peru, and that was a lot of fun. Yeah, to watch her pictures with her little llamas. By the way, she's at rehearsal tonight, or she would be here.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I couldn't help but revisit some of her pictures. That was just hilarious. And Jessica, I thought it was worth pointing out because she's one of our visitors. And right here on July 2nd, she's saying, you guys are also supportive. I'm really happy to be part of that group. I think that was worth revisiting, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. And then Peace and Bev. I'm sorry they're not here tonight, but I enjoyed watching their gardening, and sure, well, I wonder what the picture it looks like now from when she first planted those. But Beverly's getting the benefit of her garden that she's planted. We've been having internet trouble during the month. Different people, everybody remembers that, yeah? Trying to get on.
Yes.
Jan apparently is still having problems. Dina, a real big
Yes.
success. That was on July 6th. Do you remember this horrible night?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm driving on 2 tires now.
Congratulations on getting through that. Heather, this was her second. Who invited Heather? Did we know?
That's what I was wondering, how she's connected.
I think Heather is Pete's girlfriend. And she was in that. That's how I remember it. And if I'm wrong, we'll get Peace to correct me. Dawn's not here tonight. Dawn has had some struggles this month. That's worth remembering.
She's traveling.
Is she traveling, Dorothy?
No, she's home now, and she said she was going to try to come, but she was having issues.
Yeah.
Okay. No worries.
Yeah. But when you see somebody like Dawn that has that infectious spirit and has so many struggles, and she never once complained, you wouldn't even know she was struggling for her life this month. You never saw that appear in the room anywhere, but yet she did one night. And what she was worried about, it was missing the Zoom. So that's pretty good. And we had convention this month. Marcia and I got to go. This is Tony and Marcia picking up their little bags there. That was a lot of fun, and we love reporting from there. Accountability, I love in the room that people, they say, I did this, I did that, back on the program. I mean, that's exactly what you want. And I think that's the environment that we create in this room and why we all love it as much as we do. Rhonda said today that we were corresponding with each other, and she said, I sounded sad. Is that what you said? That I sounded sad? You said I sounded sad?
You sounded sad today. Yes.
Where did you pick? I didn't think I was, but now I think I do, but I'm not sure if it isn't because you planted the seed. But what, and I am going to miss everybody in August, but I'm making plans to do a lot of good there in the Huddle Up group. But what did I do or say that made you think that?
Well, you sent me 2 emails, and not the first email was the challenge email. And you were not yourself in that challenge email. That was not our Connie.
Well, thank you. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
And I think you're right. But I've been so busy, I hadn't even realized it for myself. Dorothy will do that sometimes to me. Dorothy, beautiful painting. You're such an artist. You don't share enough with us. You tell us these stories, and then we don't get to see the pictures. So we want more pictures, and we all appreciate the nurse's call that you do so well. And I can't wait to hear the nurse's call you prepared for us tonight. Anybody else want to say thank you to Dorothy?
Oh yeah, thank you, Dorothy.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Yeah.
I think it's a really important thing for everyone who is on the program to be able to get in there and ask a question. You don't even have to ask the question about the topic. You can ask your question about what is a concern for you. And it's important to take advantage of that.
Thank you, Dorothy.
Yeah, thank you.
Come on. There you go. Friendship. Inside the room, we've created friendship. People having birthdays, people seeing grandmas. They're special, right? We all could identify with that. Even those of us that have lost our parents and our grandparents, because we have all ages in the room, which I don't know if anyone ever gets I do get the benefit of listening to what other people say. It has impacted me. I am different because of what I've learned through all the challenges and from different people. And mommies are special too. We had so many pictures this time about children, and remember the cat face? Was it a cat face? Yeah, so that was kind of cool. Your kids playing in the playground, Dorothy. And Rhonda, she's a big wall reader, and she brings us information throughout the whole challenge. And I love the water bottle. I made my own. That one is mine. And I actually made one for Marcia Novita, and gave it to her. And where it says 9 a.m., I put possibly, because I don't know what time she gets up, but I know it's not before 9. So
It's not 9.
so I put my own little words there for Marsha. I actually have suggested to Dorothy that with her art and as creative as she is, I think this is something that could be marketed and sold on a little eBay or actually that Etsy for crafts, that website that they have. So you should take me serious, Dorothy.
I'd have to drink a lot of milk.
I'm sure. We'll take up collections for plastic jugs and personal victories that lots of people shared. This is just one of many. And Dina, you have tell us your experience, if you don't mind sharing while you're biking, about getting in the challenge. You know, how you got here, why you're still here.
Well, sure. I've got a long way to go. I'm looked today and calculated since the beginning, and I'm closing in on 12% overall body weight since I started back in May.
Mm-hmm.
But I've got a long way to go. And I know that right now, in fact, it was funny, just the other day, I set down my goals because I'm in a class at work as well to keep my health. And that's actually a group that I can work through August.
Mm-hmm.
I did my daily goals, which I'll keep up with since I don't have a challenge, like the water and the exercise and the writing out my meals and that sort of thing. And then my next goal is to, what was it? I think by October, I wanted to lose another 30 pounds. But I've got it there where I can see it, you know, and that's really helped me at work because it's a lot of challenges. I mean, every single day there's something showing up. Food is a big part of my work.
Yeah.
And this week they've had donuts and and it's like I face that every single week, and I'm getting to the point where no, it's okay because I have something better in the long run. I'm going to get healthy.
Yeah. Well, congratulations and thank you.
Good for you. Yeah.
And the inspirational stories, and thank you again, Rhonda, that you bring them to all of our attention. A lot of people have started reading the wall. I think it has something to do with Marsha reporting from the wall too. So I'm trying to get better at that, but I do so much that just seems to be at the bottom of my list, and then I go on with life once I get through with my must-dos. Family, look how many stories that we had through the month about families, from Cheryl's sister and her son going through their medical treatments. How are they, Cheryl?
My sister's all recovered. My son is still, his back is still bothering him, but that'll take a while for him to recover from that. But they're doing great.
That's wonderful.
Yep. Awesome.
Shared concern. That's what we were just talking about. And I love how it just really thrills me when I get in there on Monday, and before I even have posted anything about the Zoom, I'll be at Zoom tonight, or I can't be at Zoom tonight. And, you know, whether people make it or not, it's just a blessing to my heart every time I see that people actually enjoy it.
Do you have your phone on?
Yeah, why?
Will you? Why can you? It's a hard time.
John,
Try on the Wi-Fi.
Okay, are we good?
I don't think she knows she's on. She just sent me a message.
Oh, can you tell her she's on?
And right now I'm texting her.
Hey, Don.
She's gone.
Did she leave?
Uh-huh.
Anyway, and Katie said to let you guys know that she would have been here tonight, but she had rehearsal. There was no way she could avoid it. Helping others, you know, I like Lou. I like Dorothy's story. I would feel good if I could help one person. Don't we all feel that way? And then special moments, you know, that people have. Marsh getting excited about the new games, 6 weeks again, as opposed to every month. I welcome that. Actually, I'm going to Misty every month, but we have other ways to stay in touch. And Martha's sick tonight. She called me. She can barely talk. It's probably from being out there with the kids on the water and all of that. But she was really sorry she couldn't make it tonight. Buying new clothes, that's all part of this process. That gets exciting. Relationships, how important are they? And we get to experience Dorothy and Jan's relationship. Can you tell us a little bit about y'all's relationship, Dorothy?
Well, actually, Jan was married to my husband's best friend. Or is married to my husband's best friend. And we became friends right out of high school. And we moved up here in the same year, the year 2000, as friends. They moved to Gladwin, we moved to West Branch, which is only like, I think, 28 miles away. So we've continued that friendship for over 50 years.
Yeah, that's amazing. Do you get to celebrate your anniversary?
Do I celebrate my anniversary?
Do you and Jan celebrate your anniversary? 50 years?
We celebrate as often as possible.
No reason.
Cute.
And Marsha was wanting to post her picture of Dick upon the wall, before and after. And what she posted, I don't know if any of you saw it, was Dick never thought he'd see the day that he would see his grandchild. And we all know his story, and we know Marsha's story and Colleen's story. They're a family. I love what Dorothy said when she said, we said something on one of Marsha's posts about being glad she had,
Glad that they found Take Shape for Life.
Oh yeah, really changed lives in that family for sure. And Stephanie was going to be here tonight. I don't know if she forgot it, but she has her hands full, as you can see. But this is our granddaughter, and I have had several family members. I have lots of family members. We have lots of weight that has been lost in our family on this program, just as I have in our community. You know, you help those that are around you first, and then you hope you get to help other people. Stressful days showed up in our room, and everybody was right there. You could see when somebody was having a bad time, and boom, everybody was right on it. I mean, do you not just love the people that are in this room? And Carol, that was nice. We all love seeing those babies. And silver lining, Dawn got to go up there and be with her family, and her family got to be with her. That's how we're closing the challenge out. Is why did that go off? Are you there? Are you still?
I can hear you.
Yeah, but my screen is black. Why would that happen?
You're frozen.
Am I frozen? Oh, I bet I lost an internet connection. It's coming back. Hold on. Woo! Are we there?
You're there.
Oh,
there you go.
I think my computer went to sleep on me, but it shouldn't. I was moving through screens.
Yeah.
Family, having fun, traveling, getting away.
That was a hilarious
great
picture.
outcomes, but great support. How many people went to their doctor? How many people got off shots? We saw all that. Tony, I didn't leave you out. Thank you for all your wisdom and your encouragement. I loved seeing what you come up with. I loved seeing you look forward to the challenge every day.
Well, I enjoyed it very much. So sending little words and people maybe using them or helping them in any way. It kept me happy and healthy.
There you go.
Thank you, Tony.
Yeah, we like it when you post.
Yep, we do. We do.
So reaching goals, 50-pound goals, pretty big. That's awesome. And we had Carol also did her 50-pound goal. There's all kinds of goals. There was no way I could hit on everyone. So I just really wanted to bring the point home. And thank you, Rhonda, for pointing out everybody got their 1,000 points. That's good. Now if we could get everybody to weigh out, that would be fantastic. Maintaining, Rhonda and Marcia. Rhonda, I asked you earlier if you would comment a little bit on, I'm going to stop sharing here, on Rhonda and I met and we talked about maintaining, and she went back. She's very diligent. She takes notes. She's watching what she's doing. She's trying to learn. We visited a transition video back earlier, months ago, when she first did her transition. She went back home and revisited that, and then she wrote me back. That's why we've been going back and forth in communication. And she made some tweaks, and so I thought, I haven't heard what the tweaks are, so I asked her if she'd share those tonight.
Yeah, once I got off a transition and got into maintenance, I was doing pretty good. And then I introduced a exercise routine, and that seemed to throw everything off, and it seemed like instantly I gained 5 pounds. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. I didn't really feel like I would be doing that. So I don't know if I wasn't eating enough, or because that's what Connie thought, is I was burning up so many calories that I wasn't eating enough. And so I had to stop and just reevaluate everything and kind of start over again. And in fact, I went back on the 5 and 1 so I could make my goal here for the challenge. And luckily I did. Like I said, it was funny because today I weighed exactly the same amount as when I started. So I was pretty happy with that because I wasn't there a few days ago. But yeah, in that transition tape, it's so good. It was just really good to see that again, because now things make more sense. I think you have to actually be in, something like that for a little while, because then you know the right questions, and then what you're being taught makes more sense. And I think definitely one thing that I'm going to change is that I was not using the food replacements for the 3 fuelings. I was using, I would do 2 of my own, from the 100 calorie list that we have. I'd be using 2 of those, and then nighttime, then I would have 1 of the meal replacements. So I am going to go back to doing all 3 with the meal replacements. And then I'll have 3 regular meals. I'll do the 3 and 3. So 3 regular meals and then 3 meal replacements. And I think I want to do that for a while so that I can see how my weight reacts, and then wean myself from there. But before, like I said, I was doing pretty much all my own meals except for that very last one. And I obviously I wasn't balancing right, or I wasn't eating enough. I don't know.
Well, if you're gonna exercise, you have to add protein. Absolutely must.
And I did have protein on all 3 of my meals, my breakfast, lunch, and supper.
Are you taking the vitamin?
I am not taking a vitamin. I'm doing I take calcium, but not a multivitamin.
Well, when I'm on the 3 and 3, I take a half of a vitamin every day, because you're really only getting like the 3/5 of the vitamins. So I don't know if that makes any difference, but I do. I take a half a vitamin.
Okay.
That was great, Dorothy. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate all your help.
I'm happy to. I'm glad I can help. So now let's go back to the end of the challenge. That was my recap of the month of July in the challenge, and I hope you guys enjoyed revisiting that. I really did today.
Yeah, it was really fun, Connie.
Yeah. Oh, well,
loved
it. You liked it. I wasn't sure.
Hey, honey, by the way, Connie.
Yes.
There was 22 in our room, and 11 hit 1,500 or better. So 50% of the group did 15 or better. So that's the reason I guess we came into second place.
Yeah. Now,
Really? We're in second place?
Well, I'm going to explain that right now, okay? You know, everything's perception, right? It shows us sixth place right now, but I could not find another person 1,400 and above. I could only find these 5 people. So if you look at the person who has 1,479, that's me, myself, and I. And that's also true of the person who has 1,412. And the person who has 1,402, there's only 2 people in that room. So wouldn't you put yourself in second place?
Right? You're supposed to have at least 10 people in your room.
Yeah, but in the next challenge, you won't even be considered a team unless you have 10 people. So by those standards, we are in second place. And I wanted to congratulate everybody and show them
nice.
You. Good job. And then look how many people's in the room that's in first place.
I see that.
Yeah.
Awesome job. And this is reflected out of 317 teams. Let me add that.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And here is our monthly calendar. We didn't get back up to 100%, but those first 3 days we were 100%. Oh, we did right here.
There's one. Yeah, there's one.
100%. But I think these numbers are shining stars, and I have to thank everybody again for their participation. And that part of having the 15 who get their get that high, that helps everybody miss a day every now and then without paying a supreme price for it. So that's what makes us a team. By all of us participating together, everybody wins. We all
absolutely. I love that calendar. That was great.
I did too.
So I made my
wow.
Let's get a phone call.
Busy lady, Carol.
Bye.
Bye.
So, can you see?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
So, I made my dream board.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So last week we did the figuring out where you were on the healthy body, healthy mind, and healthy finances. Everybody took a little evaluation last week, and you should have the answers to that. And the answers to that is what made me think about what should my life look like to me? What has my life look like? If I had the life I wanted, what would that look like? My real life, not the external parts of me. And I did. I grew up in a culture of illness, and many of us have. And you'll even notice there's things on there that's considered healthy that they're not healthy. And now my focus is leaving a legacy of health. And so when I started making my wish board, that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see me reflected in this dream board. And I had no idea where it was going to go, but I knew what was important to me. And that's what I let guide me. And so all of the very things, I was surprised at how many of the things that are in the challenge that they showed up here. They showed up here. And I'm such a better person for having practiced the habits of health. And now I'm actually able to express them in a way. Isn't that baby pretty?
Yes.
That's my healthy sleep. I didn't see anyone sleeping better than she was. So I put her on there for my healthy sleep. On the left side of my dream board, you know, if you don't get the biology right, very little else is going to matter. And this is what my day looks like, and that's why I have reflected it here, is that I very much understand and study and want to know why things are the way they are and what you can do to help improve that. And so my day is always about hydration. I always do a vitamin D. I'm always looking at my nutrition. I'm always looking at my physical health. I'm always looking at my brain health. My blood pressure is important to me. I love my Fitbit. I loved when I found this little piece, Dorothy, that says after 1 week on Take Sheep for Life, and that's normal blood sugars. And how many times have we heard that story? And my Fitbit.
She says that she's happy to be married to a person that's 60% water.
That was actually you that said that to me. And then I followed that with Exercise for Life. And the reason I have my Metafast meals there is because that's my my vitamins and minerals come in that. And I always do a probiotic, and I always do an omega-3. And sleep was a really big problem for me, and I've actually conquered it. And it was a big problem for me in 2 ways. One was that my eyes would just pop open at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I would get in here, and it was my best time to do my work. And that's the bad part, is now I have lost from 4 in the morning to 7 in the morning. And I'm actually able to get sleep. I use those audio books that Deep Sleep, or else I still wouldn't even be able to do it. I tried the melatonin. When I started reading about the habits of sleep, I didn't get rid of the TV, but I do wear a mask so he can do the TV, and he has things on his head. So I really started taking big steps to help me get from that 4 hours sleep a night to where I'm at now. And I get 7 to 7.5, but I do miss the hours that I used to have to do more stuff. I don't have them anymore. They're gone. But that's what my day already looks like, and I can only improve on that. Then on the other side of my board, I have psychology, because you know what you think is the reason you do everything you do. And without the good psychology there, the parts of it that apply to me, this reflects that. And I'm always very interested in moral aspects of things. I always want to be responsible and take responsibility. I found this one and I really loved it. It says, the curious paradox is that when I accept myself just as I am, then I can change. That probably has been a big stumbling block for me, because I'm never satisfied with how I am, but whoever is. And I think that's what we all have to work on, is being satisfied with ourselves so we can move on. And I live every day like it's your birthday. Why not? Why not? Tony and I used to celebrate birthdays. We'd start 2 or 3 days before the birthday, and we'd go 2 or 3 days after the birthday.
Cute.
Yeah, and it still happens that way. But isn't that a really good way to look at your day, getting up thinking it was your birthday? I like that. That went on my dream board. And then kill all the ants. Tony saw that and said, kill all the ants? Why you got that? Do we know what that means? He didn't.
That was from the thing that we had about
automatic negative thoughts.
Yes.
Kill all the ants. Kill those ants.
Okay.
And then, of course, good psychology is going to play in the level of esteem that you have, whether it's high esteem or low esteem. And I think that gets back to just accepting yourself for the way you are, and then, plan your changes that you're going to make. And then freedom about being truthful and being accountable, and do what is right, not what is easy. And then smiles, you can put a smile on your face and change your day, because your brain doesn't know that you aren't really smiling. And then the benefits of meditation are all psychological. And I think being thankful and just being happy. So that is what's on that side of my board. Y'all like my board?
Oh,
yeah.
Amazing, Connie.
I had no idea this was going to turn out. I just wanted it to reflect the me I want to be and the me that I am. And so then another important part of your whole and complete life is your social activity, the people you interact with. And these are the things that I found. And play, learn, and grow together. And then your friends, your pets, your a family, you know, look how important they all are. And I love traveling with Tony, and traveling with Tony is a very social thing, seeing more, learning more. And then, of course, the friends that I have. And it says that friends are hard to find, difficult to leave, and impossible to forget. And that's very much how I feel about all of you guys. And then a very important part of me is my spirituality. And I try to practice that, and I hope that comes through as I'm dealing with people. But to me, grace isn't a little prayer you say before receiving a meal. It's a way of life. I was so glad when I found that, because nothing could describe me better than that. And then forgive yourself. Perfection is a myth. Do your best. Let go of the rest. Recall the lessons. Remember what matters. Expect less. Understand more. And of course, Tony's right there with me when it comes to that part of life. He's in all parts of my life, but that spiritual side, we walk hand in hand. And of course, be the change you wish for all in the world to see. And that's my wish board. And I would suggest to all of you to do the exercise, because it really turned into something more than what I thought it was going to be. And I'm so glad I did that.
Okay.
It's really incredible, Connie. How long did it take you to put that together?
We've been working on it for 3 years.
Oh, you're funny.
No, I'm only kidding.
I started it last night.
Oh, my
Yeah,
gosh.
last night, and I finished it this morning. You're probably looking at 3 hours.
Wow.
But the idea was, you know, the last time we talked about dream boards, I never did bring it up again because mine's been laying over there. And I didn't feel I could talk about it until I did it. And I was wanting something to do for tonight. And I had already made one back last year, and it's still a good dream board for me. I've not done everything that's on that. And so I didn't want to do another dream board that was practical. I really just had that inspiration of seeing me, my words of what it is I think that I want for me and those that are around me, and have it in front of me. And I think I can be more intentional and more deliberate about, you know, I wish I wasn't as judgmental as I can be, even though I'm not a lot. I don't want to be any. So that's on there for me to work for. And not always being patient, not always understanding, being quick to react. You know, those are all things I want to work on. And that's what I want in my board to reflect.
Your board is awesome.
It sure is.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be starting support in the Huddle Up tomorrow, and I look forward to our next Zoom and seeing what comes up and what we can talk about then. And I want to thank you guys. Anybody have words?
I do.
Go ahead.
About the Huddle Up, I would like to see us use the Huddle Up as a daily thing, like we do the challenge. And between the two of us and anybody else who wants to, we'll have something about exercise, something about food, something about nutrition, and we'll post something on there every day so that everybody can go into the huddle like we do on the challenge and find out something. We're not going to get points or anything, but so we stay connected and whatever, and we'll keep adding to that kind of stuff in the huddle.
Exactly, and we will have not been disconnected when September comes. We will all still be very much connected. And I'd like to encourage everybody to get in there and comment every day, because that's what puts the smile on people's faces, looking to see what somebody said. I go in there throughout the day just to see how the conversation is building. I love everybody's posts. So just come on in there and visit. And if it's no more than just liking something, like it. But let's stay connected there.
And add your 2 cents, you know, and like I read, Mom, my one post I did the one day where I was just trying to be funny because my brother is, I'm sure everybody wrote it because I don't usually curse, but whenever I was doing something, he would call me a pain in the, and he would make me get on the couch and sit down. And my sister-in-law would just be so sweet. She would bring me my oxygen and she would put her hand on my back and she would guide me over to the couch and say, stop cleaning, stop doing dishes, stop doing whatever you're doing, because I have all kinds of energy when I'm not having an attack. So I feel like doing stuff, but then that make me have an attack. So I have a tendency of sometimes going to the kind of being funny about the stuff. So I think it's fun, and I love reading what everybody writes, and I think everybody has something special that they bring to the table every day. And I enjoy reading all of that, and we learn something new from, something that somebody else may think is something very simple that one of us may never have ever heard of before. And that's why I think it's really good that we should keep the huddle up on a daily basis.
Very good. Our intent is to do that, and we welcome any participation. Go ahead, Dorothy.
I want to just interject with one thought. I've been having problems with eye pain, my eye socket, and I went to the eye doctor, and I am suffering from dry eyes. So for all of you that are on the computer or using your eyes all day long, you really need to use eye drops, because the outer layer is very sensitive, the outer layer of your eyes. And I have to put stuff in 4 times a day now, from eye strain or whatever, dryness, fans, air conditioning, whatever. But pay attention to your eyes. And you, Connie, are on the computer all the time.
Thank you, Mother.
Frankincense works also.
Okay.
I know that's what you said, and I happen to have some, Dawn. You just rub it on your eyeballs, on your eyelids?
Yep, on your eyelids. You can go underneath and circle all the way around. It might sting a little bit, but it's not going to harm your eye.
I put it on every day.
Any other comments?
Well, I got a question.
I was supposed to.
Now, our new challenge for the 6 weeks starts September 1st?
7th.
7th, yeah.
7th is my understanding now.
Okay, the 7th. So,
But we're going to be filling the room up. We get to start filling the room up September, August 7th, I think I read.
August?
I think we can start inviting. We can't, they closed off that invitation, so we can't really invite anymore. Only coaches can get in now. But yeah, the early bird gets the worm. So
the $5 coupon's no good anymore?
no, that's over with. Yeah, I know. Dorothy, they may do it again. Who knows? Just be patient. Dorothy, you want to do the nurses call for us?
Because I think it's very inspirational. It was Marsha Hildebrandt, and it was a health coach that had one of her success stories on with her, and they happened to have been friends, like my Roger and I have been friends for over 50 years. We went to school together, and this particular coach and her client went to school together 50 years ago. Her name is Sandy Skyhughes. His name is Terry Wevro, but it's such a good story. He has always been overweight all of his life and also is diabetic. In the last 6.5 months, he's lost 152 pounds. He's 6'5" and weighed 460 pounds. His A1C was 9, which anybody who knows diabetes that's really bad. His A1C was 9 and it's now 5.7. And he is also becoming a health coach. And it was kind of an interesting story, I thought.
That is great.
Yeah.
Wow. So no bouncing chair tonight.
For you, you mean?
You're sitting still.
I never thought about it. I was telling Rhonda, I do not watch the Zooms. If I did, I'd quit doing them. I can't deal with it. She was saying, she said in the room there that I was like a little bouncy chair.
It was all over the
A
place.
regular chair. I do have too much fun on my chair.
I
And
was back and forth on mine the whole time.
one day it's going to pop on me, you watch. And the thought I would close you with is genetics is the gun, but lifestyle is the trigger. By changing your lifestyle, you could save your life.
Very nice.
Very